What's up, y'all? Welcome to my podcast, Wayne Talk. Man, I want to talk about just a couple things I want to talk about. First, I want to talk about the Luis Ortiz situation. He reportedly turned down the Anthony Joshua fight, which I don't understand. This is for the heavyweight championship of the world. Luis Ortiz said that he can beat Anthony Joshua. He thinks it's going to be an easy fight. Now, he said he was lowballed. He said they had a lowball. Eddie Hearn sent him a lowball offer. Now, I'm not saying he should. I'm not gonna talk about his money. I'm not gonna talk about him passing up. I'm gonna talk about him passing up fighting for the heavyweight championship of the world because a low ball offer. I don't know. It's reported that Luis Ortiz was looking for 10 million. You know what I'm saying? So anything under 10 million, I guess, is a low ball offer for him. But my thing is this: you have a chance to fight for the heavyweight championship of the world. You're not gonna fight for it for free. You're gonna get paid. You have to bet on yourself, win this fight, and get paid what you're looking for on the second fight. That's betting on yourself. Luis Ortiz, I don't know what I don't know what advice you're getting. I don't know if someone telling you not to take the fight because you promised another fight down the road or whatever. I don't know. But we're not talking about down the road. We're talking about right now. Right now. Now, if Ortiz would have came out and said, look, listen, 6 weeks is not enough time for me to get ready for Anthony Joshua. I need more time. I can't take the fight at this time. I can respect that. But for you to say that they sent you a low ball offer and you have a chance to fight for the heavyweight championship of the world against a guy who you said you can beat, and you said it would be easy on several occasions, and it's three titles, and I believe Anthony Joshua is the Ring Magazine champion. Maybe he is, maybe not. Y'all can correct me on that. Maybe he's a Ring Magazine champion as well. But I know he has the WBA, the WBO, and the IBF, and he has the another fringe title, the IBO, that blue belt, that light blue belt. But that's not a major title, but he has that too. So you will have a chance to get three major world titles and one fringe title in one night. We talking about one night. Now you fought. Now a lot of people say I don't know the numbers. I'm not gonna pretend to know the numbers. But a lot of people say that you fought Wilder for 500,000. Now I'm pretty sure that Eddie Hearn them offered you more than 500,000. And if they offered you, because Eddie Hearn said he's gonna come out next week and reveal the numbers of the contract for the offer that he offered Ortiz. He said he's going to come out next week and he's going to reveal what he offered Ortiz. You know what I'm saying? Because he said that he don't like the Ortiz is getting on social media saying he got lowballed. So he's going to put out the numbers. And if it's higher than 500,000, Ortiz, there's something wrong with you, man. Other than you saying that I don't have enough time, because I can respect that you say I don't have enough time, I need more than 6 weeks to get ready, my conditioning is not ready, I'm just not ready to fight right now, or whatever whatever it may be, I can respect that part. But for you to say that you got lowball, that means you turning down a chance to fight for the heavyweight championship of the world, man. You would be, and look, all you would need then is one title. And if it's true that people saying that you're guaranteed a rematch with Wilder, then that's step one. Once you beat Joshua, step two is already promised to you. So you're like halfway there once you beat Joshua. Because trust me, Wilder is going to want to fight you because now everybody can say, put away the excuse that Eddie Hearn is in the way. Now both of y'all were Al Heyman, and everybody can stop the excuse that you were Eddie Hearn and you know what I'm saying, you with the slave driver and all this stuff, and everybody can put that to bed, and then you can just deal with you and Al Heyman and Wilder can sit down and y'all can hash out the fight easily, supposedly easily. But Earl Spence has not fought Danny Garcia, Sean Porter, Keith Thurman. He hasn't fought those guys yet. You know what I'm saying? There's a couple other fights on PBC that hasn't happened yet. The Charlos haven't fought Jared Hurd yet. You know what I'm saying? So look, that's another story for another day. It's a lot of fights that have not happened under the same banner, under the same promotional company per se. But like I said, Luis Ortiz, I don't understand why would you turn that down, a chance to fight for the heavyweight championship of the world. Um, I, everybody should be called. Eddie Hearn shouldn't have to call anyone to step in to fight Joshua. Every heavyweight, every viable heavyweight, every heavyweight that's at a level of being a contender or over that should be calling Eddie Hearn saying, "Can I have that fight?" Y'all should be calling him, asking him, "Can I get this fight?" Why should he have to hunt people down, man? It seemed like he got to hunt people down. I don't know. Maybe some people have called him. Pretty sure some people may have called him. Some promoters may have called him and say, "Hey, my fighter will fight." You know what I'm saying? So, but for the most part, y'all rumors say Ortiz rejected 7 million. Now, I don't know. I'm not gonna pretend I know the numbers. What's up, man? I'm not gonna pretend I know the numbers. You know what I'm saying? But Eddie Hearn did say he's gonna come out next week and reveal what he offered Ortiz. And a lot of people say that he fought Wilder for 500,000. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I wish I had those numbers in front of me so I can verify that. I don't know, but if that's the case, and you saying right here is reportedly that he rejected 7 million, that's a duck, man. That's a duck. Now I know a lot of people call things ducks. You know what I'm saying? People overstate the word, the position of fighters ducking. You know what I'm saying? But that is a duck. If he fought Wilder for 500,000, but he rejected 7 million for fighting Joshua, that's a duck, man. That's a duck. Period. I don't even care what Eddie will reveal. Ortiz is dead to me. I mean, yeah, I mean, look, like I said, I don't want to hear anything else from Ortiz. Now, I didn't even get. I'm not gonna say I was already on the fence about Ortiz after he failed several drug tests. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I was already out of his corner then, but it seemed like a lot of people have forgiven Ortiz for his failed drug test. You know what I'm saying? Because he fought Wilder. Because he got in the ring with Wilder. Now everybody kind of forgiven that he failed a drug test. You know what I'm saying? Twice on multiple occasions. You know what I'm saying? It's okay that he did it because Wilder is my guy, and anybody who he fights is okay with me. Fury fought Wilder. Everybody, because he fought Wilder, people that love Wilder said, "Hey, I don't care that Fury failed a drug test because Fury failed a drug test too." You know what I'm saying? I know Big Baby Miller failed a drug test, and everybody on Big Baby Miller, as people should, because Big Baby Miller should be. I don't think he should be banned, but he should be suspended for a long time. He should, to me, he should be suspended for a year for every banned substance that he took. A year for every one that he got caught for. And they say he got caught for 3 or 4. I don't know how many. I guess the numbers keep on going up. He should get banned a year per substance that he got caught for. Now he shouldn't be banned because now we have to start looking at other people too. We got to start looking at Fury. We have to start looking at Ortiz, who failed multiple drug tests. We got to start looking at Povetkin, who failed 3 or 4 himself. You know, it's several guys that fail PD tests. Now we got to start talking about those guys too being banned. You can't just say you want to ban Big Barry Miller because he's the latest one that happened. No, all them other guys failed drug tests too as well. Now I'm not making an excuse for Big Barry Miller. I'm saying Big. I don't even really like Big Barry Miller to be honest with you, but I'm about fairness. Don't try to ban that man if you're not talking about banning Povetkin, Fury, or Ortiz, or anybody else that failed a drug test. If he was promised Wilder rematch, good luck because Comisek was also promised the same. Miller will not be suspended. It's a loophole in the rules. He's fine. Miller license expired before the fight, so they cannot suspend him. I mean, they can still suspend him. I'm pretty sure the control board, the boxing control board, can still suspend him. He could still be suspended because the fact of the matter was he was in training camp for a fight. He had signed a contract for a fight, so that means he was under he was under boxing rules at that point. At that point, you under boxing rules. At that point, when you sign that contract, say you gonna fight, you under boxing rules. You better read that fine print. I don't care that his boxing license is suspended. He was under boxing rules. He was in training camp. No, they cannot suspend him. It's all over the media. It's ridiculous. Man, if they can't suspend this man, I don't know. See, that's why boxing is where it is right now. That's why boxing is, because boxing, people look at boxing as a joke, man. You can't get fights. All these guys on PEDs. See, it's not the same as being on PEDs when you playing basketball, baseball, and things like that. A non-contact sport. Now, football it is. It's bad because it's a contact sport. But boxing is a contact sport. You already going in hitting somebody in the face, and now you're gonna beef yourself up, pump yourself up with all this crazy stuff to make yourself like a superhero, and go in there and try to really maim somebody, injure somebody. You know what I'm saying? Now you saying that it's a loophole, the man can't get suspended. Man, boxing is a joke. I agree. PDs are much more dangerous in boxing. Yeah, yeah. Hell, it's much more. It's dangerous. It's dangerous in football too, because you get to tackle people. You get to hit people real hard. So it's dangerous in football. But boxing is more. Is even more dangerous in boxing. Like even more. Like if he would have took those. Let's just say he went in the ring with AJ and just had a crazy motor. All of a sudden got all this power, and he just really beat AJ up. I mean, it's just a crazy fight back and forth. But the last 3 rounds, he just really pummeled AJ because he got a decided advantage, and that man get really injured. Should he be brought up on criminal charges? Because me and my guy Zone was talking about this the other day. I was saying, man, we both agreed if he go in that ring with PEDs in his system and really hurt somebody, he should be brought up on criminal charges because it's a crime because you going in there with a pumped up system. But you know what I'm saying? That's all I want to say about that, man. Ortiz, he getting bad advice, man. He should go ahead and take that fight. Anytime you get a chance to fight for the heavyweight championship of the world, man, you should take it. No matter really what they paying you, take it and then get paid on the second fight. You take that fight, you get paid on the second fight. Period. Point blank. I do not understand. I do not understand. Hey, case in point, I know he wasn't a big time fighter, but when James Buster Douglas fought Mike Tyson, I believe James Buster Douglas got paid under $100,000. Guess how much after Buster Douglas beat Mike Tyson, knocked Mike Tyson out, the most dangerous man in the world. I remember looking at the fight. I was like 15 years old, looking at the fight, 14 to 15, over my grandmother's house, and guess how much money uh Buster Douglas made when he fought Evander Holyfield. He made $25 million when he fought Evander Holyfield because he had beat the guy, the boogeyman. He had beat the dangerous man, most dangerous man on the planet, and he got paid on that second fight. If Ortiz beat AJ in this fight, let's just say they offer him $3 or $4 million or $7 million or whatever. Guess how much money he can get for the second fight if he go in there and beat AJ. Then you can get the $25 million payday. James Buster Douglas is still living off that money right now today. You know what I'm saying? I know it's a different situation. He was picked as an opponent for Mike Tyson. They thought Mike Tyson was going to dominate him. I understand, but it's still the same thing. He went in there and beat that guy, and he got paid on the second fight. A lot of money. Hearn said yesterday in the interview that the problem is that the U.S. there is no doping body testing athletes. He said in UK they get tested. A lot of the top guys get tested year round. It's fishy when this Ortiz situation is fishy, man. I agree with you, Red Glove Militant. And let's talk about Devin Haney, man. Devin Haney signed a promotional deal, you know, co deal with co promotion deal with Matchroom and Eddie Hearn. They say that he was that Showtime was also in the running to signing him, and it was a bidding war. I guess the zone won out. I'm all about this. I've been saying it for a long time. I'm gonna stand on it. The fighter should go where they can get paid the most money. Period. Because they are the ones fighting. So they should go wherever whoever offered them the most money. If Showtime was offering the most money in PBC, go with them. If the Zone offering you the most money, go with them. If ESPN offering you the most money, go with them. With whoever offered you the most money. You know what I'm saying? And I know a lot of people gonna jump off of the Devin Haney bandwagon. I like Devin Haney. I like Gervonta Davis. I think these young guys, like Timo Fimo Lopez, Shakur Stevenson, and some of these other younger guys that's coming up, Little B Hop. I think Shakur Stevenson and that little B Hop guy, I think they're a little bit of skill wise, a little bit above the other guys. But Devin Haney is right behind them. But like I said, those are the future stars of boxing, hopefully. But a lot of people gonna jump off his bandwagon because he signed with Eddie Hearn, and they gonna call him a coon. Everybody want to call everybody a coon, man. Stop this calling everybody a coon. It's so watered down now that when people call somebody a coon, man, I just look the other way, man. It doesn't mean anything because everybody want to call everybody a coon because they don't. It seems like because they don't agree with you or they're doing something that they don't agree with. You doing something that they don't agree with. And I hate the, you know what I'm saying? I'm not calling out names, but I'm gonna say I listen to a lot of people videos, man, and it's something about people calling fighters coons because they choose to be with a promotional company. They don't People don't like Eddie Hearn. I like Eddie Hearn. Eddie Hearn is out there. The man is energetic. The man got charisma. He got a spark to him. He's young. A lot of fighters want to go with him because of the fact that Eddie Hearn will go to the bat with you. He's always doing interviews. For as much as Al Heyman is doing for a lot of fighters, that man don't do no interviews. He doesn't do any, like the PBC fighters. They have to promote themselves. PBC is not really promoting them as individuals. They got to go out there and Eddie Hearn will go out there and promote the heck out of you. He's promoting the heck out of Danny Jacobs. Now he got Devin Haney. He's promoting the heck out of AJ. We all know that. He got Dillian White. He the one made Big Baby Miller relevant. Big Baby Miller, look, man, he made Big Baby Miller relevant. Cause Big Baby Miller to me still is a joke. You know what I'm saying? Still is a joke. He's a decent fighter. But I never seen him tested before. This is gonna be his first test. And then in your first test you take PEDs. Come on, man. But let's get back to Devin Haney. You know, and a lot of people saying that the fight with Timo Fimo Lopez can't happen now. Yes, it can because Eddie Hearn and Bob Arum always work together. They working together. They just worked on it together on the fight when Lomachenko fought one of Eddie Hearn fighters. The guy that Lomachenko knocked out, that was Eddie Hearn fighter. They worked together on that. So they always working together. They can work together. It's just that from some odd reason, Arum and Al Heyman won't work together. Now Arum says he's willing to work with Al Heyman. I'm waiting for Al Heyman to call his bluff and see if he's really what he say he is. But I believe Bob Arum. I do believe this about Bob Arum. Bob Arum believes that Terence Crawford and Lomachenko is the number one and number two fighter in the world, and he believes that those two guys can beat anybody within their weight classes. I truly believe that, and I truly believe people act how good is Haney? I don't really know how good he is. He passes the eye test so far, but the eye test only so much, right? You know what I'm saying? You can't put everything on the eye test. They actually have to get in there and get tested by competition. So now, right now, he's fighting a lot of C class fighters. He's not even fighting B class fighters yet. Let's just wait till he start fighting some guys, some step up fights, and we can get a gauge on them. All these guys, Timo Fimo Lopez, Shakur Stevenson, Gavante Davis, Devin Haney, B Hop, none of these guys have been tested yet. Now they passed the eye test. The eye test is the first thing, but then now you got to actually start fighting some people. People act like every promoter is like Al Heyman and don't work with no. I mean, look, and then people are mad. This saying that people are going to be mad, but everybody's not going to sign with PBC. And let's just talk about the elephant in the room. All black fighters are not going to sign with PBC. People expect all the black fighters to sign with PBC because Al Heyman is black and he represents the black fighters. But you got to get your money as well. If Showtime PBC wanted Devin Haney so bad, they would have outbidded the zone. They would have came in and outbidded the zone if they wanted him that bad. I'm not mad at that young man because he say, look, I'm going here where the numbers are. I'm going here where the most money is. I'm getting the most money. I'm in there fighting. He's in there fighting. He's the one in there getting hit in the head. Not Al Heyman, not Eddie Hearn, not Bob Arum. Those guys not getting hit in the head. So the fighters have to look at themselves, look after themselves. Period. Period, point blank. So it doesn't matter where that man signed at. Just like when Crawford re-signed with Bob Arum, everybody was mad at Crawford. Why y'all getting mad at that man? If he feel like he comfortable with signing with Bob Arum, let him sign there. Let him sign there. That shouldn't stop the fights from happening because ultimately, I don't even put it on the promoters why the fight's not happening. I put it on the fighters, especially when you at that level. You should be able to have a lot of juice to go in there and say, "Look, Bob, make the fight. Al Hammond, make the fight. Eddie Hearn, make the fight." And they will make the fight because they understand that you have a lot of clout and they can make and you are the one of the driving machines for their promotional group. So they're gonna make the fight. So I'm not gonna let these fighters hide behind their promoters and their TV networks and all this stuff. No, 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 no. It's on you. It's on Joshua. It's on Wilder. It's on Eddie. It's on Earl Spence. It's on Danny Garcia. It's on Sean Porter. It's on Keith Thurman. It's on Crawford. It's on Lomachenko. It's on all these guys. It's on y'all to make the fights, to say y'all want the fights. Period, point blank. If Crawford signs with Al Haymon, these guys will find. Yeah, because I just thank you for bringing that up. Real Glove Militant. Thanks for bringing that up. I've already said, people keep on saying that Bob Arum is not gonna allow Crawford to fight Earl Spence. It's people in quote unquote Earl Spence stable that Al Haymon has not even made those fights happen. He hasn't made the Jared Hurd versus the Charlo fight. He hasn't made Earl Spence versus Danny, Sean, or Keith. It's a lot of fights that still haven't been made, and all these people are under the same stable, and those fights still haven't been made. So I don't want to hear people tell me that if Crawford signed with Al Haymon, the fight surely would have been made. Just like when people was mad that a couple years back when what's his name? Oh man, I always forget his name. Why do I always forget his name? But he signed back with Bob Arum, and everybody said, "Oh, Tim Bradley." Everybody said, "Man, Tim Bradley should have signed with Al Haymon. He would have got the Mayweather fight." It was no guarantee that he signed with Al Haymon he's gonna get the Mayweather fight because Mayweather do what he want to do. Mayweather does what he want to do. It was no guarantee if oh yeah, man, if he would have signed Al Haymon, he would have definitely got the Mayweather fight. No, he wouldn't have. No, he wouldn't have, y'all. No, he wouldn't have definitely got it. Because Mayweather gonna move to the beat of his own drum. And a lot of times Mayweather do not think black fighters can sell pay-per-view. Mayweather want to try to find a Mexican or a foreign fighter to fight. That's what Mayweather make the most of his money. If you look at how Mayweather sold most of his pay-per-view, it was either a Mexican fighter or a foreign fighter. Ricky Hatton, De La Hoya, Mexican. Canelo, Mexican. Conor McGregor, Irish. So you mean to tell me there was going to be definitely that Mayweather was going to fight Tim Bradley? No, he wouldn't have. Stop it, y'all. Just stop. I've been around boxing for a while. I've been watching boxing for a while. I didn't start watching boxing in 2007. Like a lot of people started watching boxing after Mayweather fought De La Hoya or when Mayweather fought De La Hoya. I didn't come in on that road. I came in way before that. I seen Mayweather fight in the Olympics. I seen De La Hoya fight in the Olympics. I've been watching boxing for a long time. Now, boxing has not been my number one sport for a long time. You know what I'm saying? Football and basketball are my number one and number two sports. And then it's boxing after that. But I've been watching boxing for a while. So I ain't just come around. I know how boxing works. But let me get out of here, y'all. I'm out. Hey, thanks for coming through, Militant, Red Glove Militant, and a Z. I hope I